everyone, I hope you're all doing well. So I'm here with the third quarter update for all the products I want to use up in 2017. So at the beginning of the year, I went through my collection, I looked at my makeup, hair care, skincare, and body care, and picked out 50 items that I wanted to try to finish up by the end of the year. And with this project, I've been doing quarterly updates showing all the items that I used up in the previous 3 months. So I have my third quarter update. I also, with this update, want to share the progress on everything I'm still working on to kind of give you an idea what I think I'll be able to have finished by the end of the year. So I've also added that into the video as well. But I'll get started. My first category is makeup. So for makeup, I have 25 items I'm trying to finish up by the end of the year. By this point, I've used up 13 of the items, or 52%. So I have 12 items left I'm still trying to work on to get finished up. In the last quarter, I was able to finish up 4 items. Those items were the Benefit 15 Hour Stay Flawless Primer. Then I finished up 2 items from Fresh, 2 of the sugar lip treatments, one in Rosé and one in Honey. And then finally I finished up from Tarte the LipSurgence lip gloss in the color Energy. So those are the 4 makeup items that I finished up in the past quarter, and now I'll share everything that I'm still working on, the 12 items I'm still working on. So 12 of the items are in my current Project 10 pan, and then 2 of the items are palettes. So for all the Project 10 pan items, I'm actively working on them. If you want to see my progress with those, you can check out my Project 10 pan videos. But the 10 Project 10 pan items are my Benefit, the Professional, Super Little Primer, but I definitely think I can finish this up by the end of the year. Then I have my Bobbi Brown BB Cream. Now I did just finish this up really recently in October, but since it wasn't finished within the third quarter by the end of September, I'll have to hold this till my last update to have this officially be a finished product, but that is finished off. Then I have my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. This definitely should be finished by the end of the year. I'm working on it, and it's really getting down there. You can see the sides have all worn away, and this is definitely something I use every day, so it will be finished by the end of the year. Then I have my Josie Maran Argan Infinity Lip and Cheek Creamy Oil in the color Everlasting Honey. This is something else I am really good with using almost every day. This should definitely be finished by the end of the year, no problem. Then I have another Josie Maran product. This is the Coconut Water Colored Cheek Gelée in the color Poppy Paradise. This I think will take me into next year to finish up. It just is something that you don't use a lot of at a time, so I don't think I'll be able to have this finished by the end of the year, but I want to be really close on this one. I think with my Project 10 pan, this is definitely, I have like 12 items in my current Project 10 pan, so I think this will definitely have to be a rollover project to my next Project 10 pan, but that's okay. Then I have my Urban Decay Makeup Setting Spray, making good progress with this. I probably will be close to having this finished by the end of the year. I might have a little bit left, but we'll see with this one. But this is definitely something that will take me the entire year to use up. Then I have my NARS Pro Prime Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base. This is something I use pretty much every day. I try to use eyeshadow every day, so I use this every time I use eyeshadow. I think this should be finished by the end of the year. I have my NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the color Yogurt, which I don't have a ton of this left. This is something else I think I can have finished by the end of the year if I just keep consistently using it. I have the Mally Eyeliner in the color Milk Chocolate. If I am good with using this like every day, I should have no problem finishing it off. So hopefully I can get better about using this a little bit more consistently and get this finished by the end of the year. And then finally, for my Project 10 pan items, I have my Buxom Full On Lip Polish in the color Aran, and you can see I don't have much of this left. So this is another thing I'll have no problem finishing by the end of the year. And the final 2 makeup items are both palettes. And I think for both of these, I won't have them finished by the end of the year. And I'm kind of okay with that. Like at the end of the year, if I have, say, maybe this makeup item left, maybe one other thing, and the palettes, and that's it, I'll be totally happy with that. Like, I'm not going to be, like, super devastated or anything if I don't absolutely finish everything up. I just want the majority of this stuff finished off. So I have my Naked palette, which the first part of the year I was really focusing on this. So I had a little bit of the Virgin Sin and Naked shades left. So I finished those completely off. And then I focused on using up Sidecar and Toasted. And those I had a lot more product left. I don't think I'd even hit pan on them at the beginning of the year, but I finished off those shades as well. So in this palette, I've used up 5 of the 12 shades. Now I've really been focusing on my Naked 2 palette. Decided I wanted to like pan that palette just because it had a better range of colors. Like a lot of the colors left in here are a lot darker. So I haven't been focusing on this as much, but I wouldn't say I would necessarily need to like throw this away at the end of the year. I might still play with it next year, use it in conjunction with my Naked 2 palette. So I'm okay to still have this around after the year has finished. But there's that palette. And I also have my Too Faced Brow Envy is something I wanted to finish off. And I mean, I totally won't finish it off by the end of the year, but I'm kind of okay with having this one around as well, just because I like it to have some brow products. I don't often do a lot with my brows, but sometimes it's fun to kind of experiment a little bit. So the first pan here was a setting wax, so that I have finished off. Then there's a highlight, which, you know, I like it. Sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. It's one of those sort of products. And then it has the 2 brow powders at the bottom. So those are the main reasons I'd keep this palette. Just, you know, if I wanted to kind of experiment a little bit, it's nice to have this. So again, if I definitely won't have it finished by the end of the year, and I'm kind of okay with keeping this at least a little bit longer. I don't need to like have to declutter at the end of the year or anything. So those are all my makeup items. So hopefully I can have the majority of this stuff finished by the end of the year, but I definitely anticipate that I'll have a few that will still be hanging around after the end of the year. So my next category is skincare. For this category, I have 15 items that I'm trying to finish by the end of the year. At this point, I've used up 11 of them, or 73.3%, so I'm really happy with that. In the last quarter, I used up 3 items. So I used up the Peter Lamas Exfoliating Pumpkin Facial Scrub. I really enjoyed that. Then I used up the Ren Wake Wonderful Nighttime Facial, another product I really liked, and the Mario Badescu Drying Lotion. So those are the 3 items I used up in the past 3 months. And then with skincare, I have 4 items that I'm trying to work on, or 4 more items that I'm trying to work on, so I'll share those items with you. So the first thing is the Belief Moisturizing and Firming Eye Cream, and this I use twice a day. It's my only like full-size eye cream that I have right now, so I don't know if you can really see, but I'm really close to the bottom. So 3 more months to go, or a little less than 3 months to go. I don't think it will be a problem to use this up, especially since I do use it twice a day. So this is something I'm using consistently every day, and I definitely think just with my usage of it, my current usage of it, that I would definitely be able to get this finished by the end of the year. Then I have 2 face masks, which I don't think it will be much problem to finish it off. I just have to be good about using them. So I have the Fresh Rose face mask, which I really only have a few more uses of this left. It's like really close to the bottom. This was the Sephora birthday gift from last year, so I've had it a little bit over a year, and it's supposed to be only good for 12 months. I definitely want to have it finished by the end of the year. So this I don't think will be a problem. I just have to remember to use it. I need to get in a better routine about using my face mask like on a weekly basis. If I start doing that, then it won't be a problem to finish these up. And then I have the Boscia Luminizing Black Mask. This is something else I used to use on a weekly basis. I need to start doing that again. I really enjoy this mask. It's really like detoxifying and nice. It's a peel-off mask. So I'm like really close to the bottom, but again, if it just sits there, I'm not going to get through it. So I just need to remember to use this and get into a good routine about using this. If I do, it should be no problem to get this finished by the end of the year. My last skincare product is an SPF. It's the Dr. Jart Sun Fluid SPF 30. I'm really close to the bottom. I currently have this in my purse, but I think I need to incorporate it into my like morning routine, like apply it to my face every morning so I can just kind of get through this. If I start doing that, it should be no problem to finish this up because I really don't have a lot of the product left. So that's skincare category. I think if I focus on the remaining items, it shouldn't be a problem to have them finished by the end of the year. Next category is hair care. So for hair care, I have 8 total items I wanted to finish up. At this point, I finished up 5 of them, or 62.5%. In the last quarter, I finished up 2 items. So I finished up the Living Proof Perfect Hair Day 5-in-1 Styling Treatment, another product that I really, really like. And then I used up also the Garnier Fructis Texture Tease Dry Touch Finishing Spray. So in the hair care category, I have 3 items left that I'm trying to finish up. The first thing is the Garnier Fructis Sleek and Shine Intensely Smooth Leave-In Conditioning Cream. Now this is another item I just finished up in October, so it's finished now, but technically I didn't finish it by the end of the third quarter, but it is finished now. So next quarter I'll have that as an empty or as a finished product. Then I have the Tresemme Heat Tamer Leave-In Spray. This is something I'm really close to being finished with, so it shouldn't be a problem to have it finished by the end of the year. I'm really close to having it finished, but not quite yet. But that won't be a problem at all to have finished by the end of the year. And the final hair care product is the John Frieda Frizzy's Firm Hold Hairspray. And I'm really close to being finished with this as well. I'm like down to like here. So again, this should be no problem to have finished by the end of the year. So that's the hair care category. I definitely think by the end of the year, all of the hair care items will be finished. And my final category is body care. So I had 2 body care items I wanted to finish off. And even before this update and the second update, I think I had both of them finished. So the body care category, I have 100% finished at this point. So in total of the 50 items that I'm trying to use up, I've used up 31 as of the end of the third quarter, or 62%. So that's a little bit lower than 75%, where toward 75% of the year. So I'd have expected to have a few more things finished by this point, but I do think I can get through a lot of the remaining items in the next 3 months, and hopefully I can have the majority of stuff finished by the end of the year. So the last thing I want to talk about is my samples. So I had a goal of using up like 50 like little samples, like either little packets, foil samples, or like perfume samples. So from the first 2 quarters, I was really on a roll with using up samples. I had used up 57 of them. And that got me through like most of my samples. In the past 3 months, I've only used up 8 samples because I just kind of have run out of them. So it's not the most horrible thing, but you know, I really, in the first half of the year, was able to go through so many samples. So I finished up 8, a variety of like skincare, makeup type of samples. So at this point in the year, I've used up 65 samples. With the next quarter, I just want to try to get through like my remaining samples. I have a few kind of still, mainly from like when I've made recent like Sephora orders, that sort of thing, when you like just keep getting samples. So I met my goal on that, but I want to continue focusing on samples. And I also had a goal specifically with primer samples. I had a lot of them at the beginning of the year, both foil packets and like deluxe sizes. So I wanted to just get through all of my primer samples, and at this point I only have 2 left. I have 1 foil sample that I'm currently working on, and I just have the Benefit Professional. So I definitely think I can get through both of those by the end of the year to meet that goal as well. So that is my update. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.